My roommates, my housemates, I have 4 housemates that I did not know prior to moving into this house. I just found this place on Facebook Marketplace and moved in and have grown to love each and every one of my housemates, and they bring me so much joy. They're also differently unique and offer so many different different ways of looking at life and circumstances that I am obsessed with.
Really good food. Really good food has always brought me joy. Being able to produce it makes me happy. Feeding people makes me happy.
My animals.
Living in Cambridge, there's a lot of actually nice walks in nature that you can do. So now that I'm living here, there's a lot of places I can go out and appreciate nature.
Playing video games and locking myself in my room, and also watching anime, but I'm not really watching as much anime. I'm playing more Zelda than watching anime.
Snapchat. I get little Snapchat videos of my nieces and nephews that, again, I haven't seen my family all year. And so they're nice enough to send me videos of them, funny animal face filters and stuff. And they're pretty entertaining kids anyway. But any kind of connection I can have. I'll take a Zoom meeting. I'll take a Zoom game night with the family. Any interaction right now brings me joy, because the rest of the time I don't have it.
Yeah, I'd say that that's one of the best things that's happened.
You're welcome.
We're actually getting to catch up with friends more frequently than we had been before, because
that time set aside.
Yeah, because you have to say, okay, we have to make an effort to actually talk to one another. And so actually sitting down and being like, okay, guys, 8 p.m. Central Time on Friday night, we're going to have a hangout, we're going to chat, we're going to catch up, and then at 9, we're going to watch a movie, and we're all going to bullshit all the way through the movie. And it's been one of the better things.
I mean, whether you do that in person or not, you bullshit through the movie.
Exactly.
I do not have a group of friends that will not talk throughout a movie. So
I still get the opportunity to help a bunch of people because I'm mobile right now. I don't have any work, so I have more time to kind of get around and help a lot of other people I've been helping recently. There's a couple of old folks out in Carmel I do their computer work for. So they give me a call every now and then. They're in their 90s. They don't like touching their computer. So as soon as something goes wrong, I get the first phone call. And so I've been helping them out for a few years. I think really what I enjoy doing the most is getting around and helping out with whatever needs to be helped out for folks.
I could go on for days about cheese.
I love cheese. I love a lot of cheese.
Oh, I have it right now. A good smoked Gouda.
Yeah, Gouda.
Smoked Gouda.
The red wax back.
My favorite cheese is Colby Jack.
Probably sharp cheddar or mozzarella. I like provolone too, though.
I love blue cheese.
I use cotija cheese.
I like Parmesan. It goes on everything, specifically Italian food.
If I'm making a sandwich, Munster or provolone. And if I'm eating cheese just on its own, generally cheddar.
Cheese crumbles, blue cheese dressing.
I like getting the snack cubes of Colby Jack. They're basically string cheeses, but they're a stick. And just snacking.
As of late, my boyfriend and I have just been making charcuterie boards.
I'll get a little bit of a brie.
I chop it.
And just a regular, over-the-counter cheddar.
Cube it.
Have that with, grapes.
You consume on a sesame cracker or a rice cracker.
There's these olives that I get, Mediterranean olives that have blue cheese in them.
I had a Honey Crisp apple that I cut up. I sliced, I diced, I put it on. It was like a fancy Lunchable.
Cheese is good. Cheese is amazing. It's food. Food is meant to be celebrated and delicious.
I have a friend from high school who still kind of lives relatively up in my hometown, and she's an ER nurse. And the few times I get to chat with her, I'm just in awe of her stamina and her energy and her positivity, because the circumstances under which she's working right now are beyond extraordinary.
It's not really a person, but anybody who's working in healthcare, it's got to be probably the most stressful job out there right now.
Well, I will say my mom. She raised 3 kids by herself. We didn't have a dad figure in my family. Overall, she has work ASS off for us. And even though she doesn't have to work for us anymore, she still like always tries to do something for us, whether it's helping you clean up your room, even though she doesn't have to, cooking a meal, even though she doesn't have to, but always checking up on the 3 of us, always making sure that we're healthy, making sure that we're in the right path.
My mom comes to mind. She's been retired for like 12, 13 years. She's in her 70s. She's in better shape than I am. She goes out, walks for 10 miles a day with her friend. I'm like, how do you have that kind of energy? She discovered a new passion in her mid 60s. She planned a trip to Rwanda and Uganda and South Africa. And while she was there, she went on a gorilla trek. And she fell in love. She's now with a group called Gorilla Doctors. She has now become their chairman of the board. And she is like in charge of fundraising and is raising all this money. And they're one of the few endangered species that actually has an increase in numbers. And so it's like, wow, okay, this woman has figured it out and is using her talents, because she was a fundraiser her entire career, and now she's using it for something very, very personal to her. And she absolutely loves that, and I admire that.
Paul Rudd. I admire Paul Rudd because he is an interesting person. He's funny. He's talkative, but he has no social media presence. He does not like to get political. He does not like to go out there and just start rambling about whatever it is he believes in. If there's something in front of him, he'll react, and that's the extent of it. And I kind of think I'm the same way.
I'm just really impressed with all of the people who are managing to do stuff every day. Whether that's walking into the living room and going to work.
I walk into the living room.
The people who actually are out working in hospitals, the people who are having to deal with people at grocery stores. Being a customer at a grocery store and seeing how the other customers act towards the cashiers and the people at the grocery stores.
So you're saying people are the worst?
People are the worst.
Okay.
I admire people who deal with people without punching them.
That's not a long list.
Nobody really comes to mind. I think I've been doing a lot of work on myself. So maybe I admire myself, and maybe that's a little egotistical, but I'm okay with it. I've been working on myself a lot because there's always work to be done on yourself. So I don't really have anybody I'm really looking up to right now. Is that weird?